Good morning, good morning. Welcome to today's sketch practice with another drawing of Ursula K. Le Guin. I see Anne-Marie, Louis, and Klaus are here. So good to have you here. Maria Luisa, good morning. Welcome. If you're watching the replay, say hello in the comments and let me know if you have a favorite Ursula K. Le Guin book. We sketched, I can just flip back to a few weeks ago. We did a drawing of Ursula before I started listening or reading with my ears to her books. And this was the day I started listening to A Wizard of Earthsea. And I've been listening to that world, the Earthsea books, and have been so inspired by it. And today I thought it'd be worth drawing Ursula again. And it's been making me think. I haven't listened to fantasy for a long time. And fantasy was actually like part of a super big part of me taking art seriously. And growing up, I was often inspired by fantasy art and fantasy worlds and how these worlds could be created with drawing, and we can just kind of be absorbed into them, and thought it was a really moving and powerful thing. And it's been really cool listening to the Earthsea books and the way Ursula writes and what she incorporates into the work is really amazing. So it's worth drawing Ursula again. Kitty is here, Lisbeth, Sandra, Linda, Michelle, so nice to have you all here. I tried to change the settings to be less laggy. You can let me know how things look. I lowered the resolution a bit, but we'll see. All right. Let's draw, shall we? Who else here enjoys reading fantasy, has recommendations? It's been really so cool. Like the themes and topics that she's incorporated into her writing. Some of it is just like it's so relevant to things that are happening right now, and I think that's part of like the amazing power and potential of storytelling and stuff, is that a lot of these topics and issues, they just transcend time and realities, perhaps, that I can't remember when exactly when the first Earthsea book was written, but maybe in the 70s, and I think a couple of years ago, perhaps, she left her body. But there have been more Earthsea books that have come out, and since her passing, and it's really kind of amazing just dipping into this fantasy world where that's the way she's writing and thinking about things and articulating them in the stories. I just listened to Te Hano, which is about there's this thing about different kinds of magic and power, and what a sorcerer, a man's power is, because it starts with this sorcerer, the first book, and then as things progress, there is a high priestess, and there's different kinds of energies and powers, and how they play out in the world, and how they're used, and how they're perceived, and her it's just really interesting the way like Jungian, Taoist, and feminist themes are playing out in her storytelling, and it's really cool, because I've been wondering for a while, like what stories, wondering for my kids, but also for myself and for anyone, what stories are really have a kind of significance and meaning, and are worthy of consuming, and once we kind of read or listen to these stories, in some way they kind of become part of us, the experience, even if through reading, as opposed to a lived experience, just enables us to think about things in a new way. And yeah, it's pretty amazing. So someone had recommended in the last drawing, the Lathe of Heaven, I think. It's young Ursula though. It is, because we did older Ursula a drawing a couple of weeks ago. I think what's going on? I made the eyes too small. I can shrink the whole head in. Yeah, so I wonder if any of you have other suggestions of like books, writers, poets, any creative people who've made things which have really. It's interesting. I wonder what it is. Some of it is like some of the storytelling is kind of affirming ideas about the world and the balance of things, and sometimes, and that's, I guess, what's really exciting often about books is they can pose like new ideas and broaden our horizons in the way we see and think about things, asking questions that then may or may not be resolved within the storytelling. Like that's really, really cool. Last night was our Tuesday drawing session, which was great. Thank you to those of you who joined. We were cats, partially. Talking about cats. Drawing cats. Martina, it was great having you there as well. Would love to listen to the audiobooks, but it requires me to purchase decent headphones. Yeah, a couple of years back I got some, well actually someone had given me headphones as a gift, as a trade for a drawing. So my first like alright headphones, I traded for a drawing, which was nice. And then, but they weren't noise cancelling. And a couple of years back I got some noise cancelling headphones, and yeah, they really make a difference. Wels, der Schläfer. Thank you, Maria Luisa. Martina, what surrealist stories have you been re-listening to? Like Water for Chocolate by Laura Esquivel. Cool. Hello, Harry Weinfort. Welcome. We have another 4 minutes with Ursula K. Le Guin for our 10-minute portrait. Anyone who's drawing along, I would love you to share and tag me, particularly on Instagram, also my Discord server. It's always great seeing people's work there. And so nice to know that we are practicing together. So when I've been elaborating upon my 10-minute portraits recently, I've been using that time while drawing, observing, to listen to audiobooks. Ursula K. Le Guin's audiobooks. So sometimes I spend like another 20 minutes, or maybe even half an hour, 40 minutes. It varies. Once I continue with the live stream drawing, I just do it until I feel like I'm done. But the first 10 minutes is really important. This dynamic beginning together. But yeah, I was just going to say, using that time to listen to something while continuing to draw is something that I enjoy very much. As an opportunity to take something in and also put something out. It's a nice balance. That initial line, I started with that, then made the eyes small, and now I've just got this line floating out there that I don't really want. Oh well. So something really interesting I was hearing in the books was about there's so much we could talk about. But that I was just thinking about before this was I don't know, so many topics. So in this one story, The Farthest Shore, it's kind of saying how there are men of power who seek to evade death, which is a real thing. That people, trying to being concerned with longevity, and even AI as the idea that there's like this hive mind, which or whatever it is. That's not even hive mind is something really different, I guess. But there are certain super wealthy individuals who are like, I've listened to podcasts about stuff about what do you even call it, biohacking, bioengineering, where people are think they can just live forever, and it's talking in this book, a big thing about the magic in the Earthsea books is it's about balance, and that it's a natural and wonderful, powerful force when used in balance. But when people come consumed by the power and the manipulation, and then trying to avoid death or prevent death, like by bringing people back from the dead, like that's kind of against the rules. That's the thing you can't do. And I was just thinking that, I don't know when it was written, but decades ago, and thinking, oh yeah, there's certain things going on right now where it's like super relevant. And also that there's a different perception of the male sorcerers and the women practitioners of the old arts, which are healers, and it's and really like looking at it makes me think totally about like the witches, the witch hunts and stuff, the distrust of women who are connected to nature and themselves, and how there's like these two different kinds of magic, which are all part. I think, like things I'm hearing in the book, that it's part of the same source of power, but different expressions of it. So super interesting to listen to. Time is Up, Men of Power Avoiding Death, like Darth Sidious. Alice Hoffman was a favourite. Another a seconding, an endorsement by Elizabeth of Like Water for Chocolate. Hello, Cindy. That was our 10 minutes for today. Thank you for being here, and keep the book recommendations and the people to draw recommendations coming, because it's really great to be busy with these inspiring people. And as I mentioned in the beginning, that fantasy was what got me really, drew me into drawing, and something that I kind of haven't really consumed so much fantasy in recent years, but just the past month with Ursula Guin has been really, I've really enjoyed that, being in that world, and how those fantasy themes, they're so applicable to like the real world. Very interesting, very amazing. If you've made it to the end, put your drawing hand emoji in here, and we'll draw again tomorrow. I'll see you then, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care, everyone. Also like and subscribe, thumbs up if you haven't already. There are 17 people here. Hello, everyone. That's amazing. Like and subscribe if you haven't, and leave a comment. I'd love to see your work, and I'll see you again next time.